A ver, me gustaría. A ver qué tiene. Recarga energía, aumenta el 15% de daño de la habilidad definitiva. Ah, la bestia. Ese beneficia un montón, weón. La captura. Necesito tener una de esas. Ay, qué flojera encontrar todo eso. A ver, a ver. Oh, ¿sabes qué? No veo nada, my friend. Nada. Ay, ay, ay. No, pues qué buena piedra. Bueno. Ay, por fin llegué. Acá de Comore.
Where do you want to go next? If you'd like to see Liyue's tourist spots,
Rebooting.
I have a few references.
Bueno, lo primero que vine es por esta. No, esto no. Ah, está abajo.
According to the letter, this should be the place.
Sorry, we don't serve the general public. I'm afraid you'll have to leave.
Wait! We're not the general public.
Well then, you must be a couple of wandering outlanders that snuck into the nation, judging by your attire.
Are our clothes really so... what Paimon means to say is...
The Yashiro Commission's seal. This must be from Mr. Toma. In which case...
Well, that sounds...
¿Qué daño? Ay.
Well, now that we're here, where's Toma? Paimon doesn't see him anywhere. Do you think he forgot his promise to meet us?
Who forgot their promise? I was beginning to think you'd forgotten about me.
¿Quién se olvidó tu promesa? Empezaba a pensar que...
What? Is that dog talking to us?
Relax. No need to look so surprised. I take it this is the first time you've seen me in this form? Huh. So you didn't see anything like this when you were in Liyue Harbor?
Ah, now that you mention it, this does suddenly seem less out of the ordinary.
All right. I've had my fun.
Ya se me ha creído, weón.
Hey, you're this close to getting an ugly nickname, mister.
Well, I've had some time to kill, given that I've been waiting here for you for so long, as was the case in Rito. So I came up with this little fun greeting for when you arrived. But in all seriousness, I would like to apologize about that little test you went through earlier, though it was quite necessary. It helped us determine whether or not to bring you before Miss Kamisato, and whether you had the courage to face the lightning alongside us.
Don't think that Paimon's gonna forgive you just because you're getting all serious now.
Sorry, did I overdo it? My apologies. Let me just say this. You've often found yourself skirting the rules from the very beginning, haven't you? Naturally, this is due to your unwavering and resolute determination. A long time ago, we had a friend who was much the same, but when the lightning struck... Ah, so you've heard of his story. His light still burns all the more brightly. Yes, of course. I will bring you to the Kamisato residence where the Yashiro Commission is located. But before that, there is one other place I was hoping you both would accompany me to.
Oh?
I would like you to come with me to the statue of the omnipresent god. It's still under construction now, but you can already see it from practically anywhere on Narukami Island.
Está raro ese arconte. De 20 o si es 20, a ver. De 20. A ver, no va bien. Soy Zongli, el rey de Morax, que no tiene mora. Exacto. Un TP. Excelente.
This area sure feels gloomy. People probably don't come here often, do they? Huh? Are Paimon's eyes playing tricks? Or are there things embedded in the statue?
Visions.
Visions? You mean all the visions that are collected from the Vision Hunt decree are put into the statue?
So you've already heard of the Vision Hunt decree. Before I try to explain, I should perhaps remind you first that Mondstadt is the city of freedom, and Liyue is the city of contracts. As for Inazuma, it's known as the Nation of Eternity. The Raiden Shogun is both the nation's most powerful ruler and its deity. The Eternity in question is her endless and unchanging will to rule over Inazuma. As such, she relies on the Tri-Commission to regulate the nation's affairs and the Sakoku Decree to limit the people's movement. The Shogun wishes to keep Inazuma in stasis, allowing the stream of time to flow from one end to the other without disturbing it for all time.
Seems like every god has their own will.
Of course, this is my own limited understanding. As for the reason behind the recent Vision Hunt decree, perhaps the Shogun believes that visions grant people the power to change, and that her eternity doesn't allow for such instability to exist. Whatever the case, the fact is that the Raiden Shogun has dispatched the Tenryo Commission to scour the nation for visions, embedding each one in this statue. And this statue of the omnipresent god can be seen as Inazuma's symbol of eternity.
But if that's the case, wouldn't you say that the Raiden Shogun is being, oh, I don't know, selfish?
Only outlanders such as yourselves would ever dare speak out so directly against the Raiden Shogun. And yet, I agree. The Vision Hunt decree is something that simply should not exist. And Miss Kamisato has been committed to fighting it since the day it was announced.
Huh? Hey, are you okay? You look like your mind is elsewhere.
¿Qué fue ese sonido?
Sound? What sound? I didn't hear anything. Did something happen?
Yeah, you touched the statue, and then what?
Aspirations? That would seem to confirm the saying.
Ay, luchar otra diosa.
Have you heard it
Qué
before?
incómodo, weón.
That when a person's ambition reaches a certain
primera
strength,
perdí.
the gods look upon them with favor. That is where visions come from. In other words, a person's vision represents their ambition. So if what you just said is true, then the ambitions of these people are stronger than I imagined.
¿Sí? Eso es muy bueno.
Alright, time for the next stop on our tour of Narukami Island, the Kamisato Res.
Finally!
Vámonos, vámonos, vámonos. A ver, no. Ah, está muy lejos. Ay, no hay TP. Voy a poner el TP acá y después me voy al acantilado a tirarme. ¿Cómo llego ahora? Qué flojera, weón. A ver. Se necesita un personaje para volar. No me vive.
Quake! Gather!
A ver, voy a matar.
Solidify! How's this?
Ah, qué débil. Ni un rasguño. A ver, ¿qué me da? ¿Qué me da? ¿Qué me da? No da nada.
Windblade!
Débil. Pacheco.
Finally, No.
Faltó algo. Ah, demonio. No era nada. Uy, me encontré un Norben, creo. Lo quedó.
The insolent shall be punished. Where are you?
Rise!
Vamos a ver el mapa. ¿Cómo la hago ahora? Ajá.
quake!
¿No llegó? The bear.
Gather!
A ver, prepara para sacar si es el trampa. Escudo.
So, this is the kind of place where the big shots of Inazuma live, huh? Paimon kinda expected it to be...
Welcome at last to the Kamisato residence, honored guest. Miss Kamisato is delighted to finally meet you.
Is this the Shirasage Himegimi you keep going on about? So, where's she at? Oh, behind the screen?
Yes. As the daughter of the Yashiro Commission, this is how Miss Kamisato is accustomed to receiving guests. Consider it a time-honored tradition within the Yashiro Commission. Forgive me if this is an unwelcome surprise.
Makes sense. She's a super important person after all.
Please forgive my lack of courtesy for receiving you in this fashion, especially following such a long and wearisome journey over the sea. I have awaited your arrival with great anticipation, and Toma assures me that you do indeed possess the power to change the tide of the times. At present in Inazuma, in the name of the Vision Hunt Decree, the people's aspirations are being senselessly trampled underfoot. Though the Yashiro Commission serves the Shogun, it is the people with whom we share close bonds, given the contact we are required to have with them in the performance of our duties. A commission's power rises and falls with the trust of their people. Thus, we cannot remain indifferent to this situation without also remaining indifferent to our own fate. Traveler, lend us your power, and we can... Oh...
See, milady, it's just like I said. This will take us nowhere.
No, please! Wait! Please, don't go! I will introduce you to the Raiden Shogun on one condition. You must fulfill 3 small wishes on my behalf.
What are your wishes?
They pertain to 3 whose visions were taken from them. Perhaps once you've met them, you will understand.
A warrior who guards a village, a former samurai who helped carry out the Vision Hunt Decree, and a swordmaster determined to become the best in the world. Does Paimon got that right?
Correct. Please do all you can to help them. I will await your return here. Then you have my gratitude.
I'm sure you'll do great.
Bueno, acepté la tarea. Ay, bueno, por lo menos así jugaré con sombrío. No me quejo. Uno de los mejores del contexto. Está muy lejos, TP. El te pero hago como si fuera algo muy mal. Corto. A ver. Por acá se puede, ¿no?
Let's see. Where's the person Ayaka told us about?
Why are you doing this? Why leave all of a sudden, after all these years?
Precisely. It's much too sudden. We've had no time to prepare. The children are desperate for you to take them out to play. Please, we urge you to reconsider.
That must be the guy Ayaka told us about. Let's go over and see.
¿Qué te lo dice?
Ah, you must also be here to try and convince Tejima to stay. Tejima has protected this place ever since he arrived here 30 years ago. Keeping out the treasure hoarders, fending off any monsters that draw near, resolving quarrels between the villagers. He has put an enormous amount of work into looking after this place. But now, all of a sudden, he says he plans to leave us. We will gladly apologize if that's the case. All we want is for him to stay.
Ya. Ahora tú, dije, habla, grita, exagera. Ah, ¿qué es? ¿Me superó?
If you want my opinion, something to do with the Vision Hunt decree. It's clear that Tejima had done nothing wrong, and still they confiscated his vision. After that, he became a completely different person. I can't claim to fully understand it, but I could tell that he'd lost something very important to him. He went off on a walk, alone, circled the village a few times, and then out of the blue, he announced that he was truth be told,
Seems like he's a well.
Nah, ya no. Bueno, ¿y tú? Tú, dime. Ay, okay.
You must be Tejima.
Me? It's not a question of why I want to leave, but a question of what reeked true. But that's not why I chose to stay here. And what made me want to come here 30 years ago? And why have I never wanted to leave in all that time? I don't have answers to those questions, because I can't remember anymore. Ever since they took my vision away in the past.
Okay. Well,
Oh, that
I keep a diary? If you say so. I honestly can't seem to remember.
Oh, yes, you do. And what's more, I remember you saying time that you wanted to make a note of a few.
perfect. So
If you don't mind, we.
this looks like Tejima's diary, all right. Let's see what we have here. Today, the villagers and I got together to cook dry braised salted fish. I messed up and burned mine a little, so I had to pretend that it was black snakehead instead. Today, I helped rescue a kid who had fallen in the water. After I pulled him out, he told me that his best friend Bamboo was still in the water. I searched the water the whole afternoon before finding out that Bamboo was the name of his pet crab. I went kite flying today. The string broke, so I chased after it as fast as I could. I soon realized I was never going to get it back, so I just found somewhere to sit and watch as it flew away into the distance. Seems like your average diary of daily village life. Huh? Wait, there's more! I went to pray at the shrine again today and stayed there a while. The Omamori you gave me has faded a little, but it is still my most treasured possession. Now that's the kind of info we're looking for. Time to pay a visit to the shrine. One day, I'll be as great as Ryuji.
I wish it could be like this all the time.
So this is the... But anyway, if he had this with him all the time, there's a chance some of his elements... One day, I'll be as great as Ryuji.
I wish it could be like this all the time.
One day, I'll be as great as Ryuji. Here we are! The soil must be something... It looks like a... Konda Village. Sounds so familiar. Where is that place again? Huh. But he's been here... Well...
Well, I'll be... Still, over the years, how could I have love, regret, everything I felt? No. After all, I've forgotten who she was. It's as if she'd never been in my life to... Although, when I think about it like that... How curious. Why am I... Thank you both for helping me reconnect with my I shall remain here and keep waiting for her.
Tejima seems to be dealing... okay. Seems it's just like Ayaka and Toma were saying. If you lose your vision, you lose all your hopes and dreams too. That certainly explains the state Tejima was in earlier. At least we were able to help him, weren't we? Well, let's go find the next person. According to Miss Kamisato, the second one who lost their vision is a samurai from the Tenryou Commission.
I'll be as great as Ryuji.
They say the Tenryou Commission is directly controlled by the Shogun. They're the ones responsible for maintaining law and order in Inazuma, the ones actually enforcing the Vision Hunt decree. But why would they take action against one of their own? Paimon doesn't get it. Huh? There seems to be some commotion over there. Let's go see what's happening.
I'll ask one more time. Do you intend to withhold this month's emergency provisions?
The entire clan is counting on that food. We demand an explanation.
How many times do I have to say it? I don't know anything about emergency provisions.
You dare deceive us? Those provisions are essential. Do you understand? Not some goods to be pocketed by greedy samurai.
You samurai think you can just do whatever you please? The Tenryou Commission will hear of this!
Oh, huh? And who are you? One of Kurosawa's gang, no doubt.
What? We heard the commotion and came to see what the matter was.
I see. You seem to have... This is Kurosawa. He's a samurai and a member of the Shogun's army. They issue emergency provisions to the area, and he's the one responsible for distribution. In the past, we'd simply ask him for provisions, and he's keeping the...
No one seems to care about us. It's no one...
This must be one... Maybe we should talk to Kurt.
Don't worry. Hachiko will be fine.
I've never even heard of these emergency provisions. I don't know whether it's rumors or whether they're trying to blackmail me. But either way, it's ridiculous. If I was hoarding supplies, would I still be the poor man I am today? My own family can barely get by as it is. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got other matters to attend to. And that's the first bit of truth I've heard.
Well, that's strange.
To be perfectly all I know, and
Does it have to do...
I didn't take... To top it all up, if you don't believe me, go find the treasure hoarders yourself.
Huh. But we better... We should be able...
We really outdid ourselves this time. All those samurai houses packed with goods. We really hit the jackpot. I mean, besides that one house.
You haven't seen anything yet. There'll be a lot more where this came from. Today's just the beginning. You demand!
These seem like the treasure hoarders we're after. Let's teach them a lesson!
Order guide you! Solidify! Fry! Windblade! Fry! Rise! Fry! Quake!
Oh, there goes all the Mora. We worked hard to steal that, you know? Come on, boss. Think of something.
Not bad, kid. You ever think of joining the treasure hoarders? We could use someone like you. Kurosawa. Oh, I remember. So he's the one who sent you after us, huh? Just our luck. I knew we shouldn't have hit that place.
So what did you...
Food supply. I didn't want anyone else, but now that you've caught us...
You've got it...
Huh? What the...
There's nothing in here but IOUs!
Yeah, a lot of them, and they all seem to be made... We better talk to them. As for you guys...
Yes, of course.
So, we redeemed ourselves for some IOUs. Does that mean we broke even?
Shut it. Let's just get out of here.
Welcome to Tsukumomono Groceries. We've got everything you need. Or perhaps there's something you want. Ah, so...
Whoa! How did Kurosawa end up owing you...
Let me think. Kurosawa would... However, the...
So that... But why did it...
Well, if you think about Kurosawa, so he deemed it necessary.
Wow. And no one...
People's attitude... of course. As for... If you're still curious, why don't you go... I see. Most unfortunate.
Sword?
Oh, I've asked him in... Why don't you ask... Oh, but before you go... Information. Don't worry. I won't...
At least we now know. Let's go talk...
Ooh, you restaurant? That place isn't even worth mentioning.
Stabilize!
What are you doing here all by yourself? Where did those other two go?
I presented them with a choice. Either they left or I drew my sword. They left. It turned out to be a real time saver, actually. Perhaps I should start using it more often. Did you manage to track down the treasure hoarders? Everything I said was true, right?
That just about sums it up. It turns out that you really were distributing emergency provisions, but they were all purchased at your own expense.
Strange. Is that really the kind of person I was? I don't really have any such recollection. Even after all you've told me, I still don't remember anything. Why was I purchasing emergency provisions for everyone? And why would I put myself in such a difficult situation? I really don't understand. But I cannot deny that when I brandished my sword to scare those two away, I could sense that my body was somehow reluctant to do so. This sword, I remember... What did he say? I can't seem to remember that either. It would seem that I forgot many important things when my vision was taken from me. So many memories gone. Forever. No matter how hard I try to remember. All I can remember now is my father telling me that this blade bore his life's creed. Before he passed away, he placed the sword in my hands and said to me, "With this sword, you should..."
Hey, if you look carefully, there seems to be some words engraved on the hilt. Can you recognize the words?
Virtue? Somehow those two words seem to explain everything now. Taking on seemingly endless debts to make others happy. I guess that must have been my greatest ambition after all. But what use are virtue and justice? I purchased the provisions for those in need. And look how things ended up. The Tenryo Commission seized my vision. And the very people I was so desperately trying to help. And the irony of all of it is, I somehow still felt sorry when threatening them with my blade. I'm incapable of being a good person, yet I'm equally unable to be bad. I don't know what to do with myself.
Yet another troubled soul. When we get the chance, let's speak to Toma about Kurosawa's debt. The Yashiro Commission would surely help cover his expenses. In any case, we must never let him sell off that sword. Yeah, seems like losing all ambition is a terrible experience. Fortunately for us, you don't have a vision. Let's go find the next poor soul.
Boats are made for transferring commodities back and forth. And those that come across Liyue tend to stay a while. So it is where many things come to settle. How's Manthe?
The third person who had their vision taken is supposed to be a famous sword master around these parts. Paimon heard that he's the present-day master of Meikyo Shisui art. Sounds pretty impressive. This is his dojo. Luckily, there's some people around. Let's go talk to them.
Nanako, don't worry. Sensei will be fine. Those thugs that challenged the dojo were strong, but he fought them all off in the end, didn't he?
Maybe, but I'm still worried about him. Things have gotten dangerous before in the past, but it's never shaken him. This time, though...
It's just because he's been possessed, that's all. Once the exorcism has taken place, he'll be right as rain in no time.
Hey there! Did something happen?
Who are you? I don't care whether you're trespassers or just here to harass us while Sensei is impaired. Get out of here immediately! Don't make me draw my blade, or you won't live to regret it.
No! You got it so wrong. We just came here to...
Disciples?
Yep. We've heard all about the mighty master of Meikyo Shisui art. It's the whole reason we came all this way, to seek him out and ask him to train us. But then we got here and overheard you talking about how he got possessed or something?
From the way you're dressed, it doesn't look like you're from around here. Please, accept my apologies. We've had so many people trying to cause us trouble recently that we're on high alert. You haven't arrived at the best of times, I'm afraid. Sensei got possessed recently, and he's still recovering. He's not able to take on any new disciples for the time being. I see you are earnest in your pursuit. Okay, how about this? My fellow disciple Nanako and I will explain Sensei's situation to you in a little more detail. Then you can decide whether to stay or to leave. Sensei's name is Domon, a name I'm sure you've already heard. Though self-taught, he mastered the art of the sword to a high level. He then proceeded to defeat many other prominent sword masters, never losing a single fight. He once said that his goal was to become the best sword master in the world. And so, even while training us, he continued to hone his own art. His fervor truly inspired us, and we trained hard, determined to keep up with him. But then...
Not long ago, Sensei had his vision taken away. He hasn't been the same since. He says the strangest things over and over, and he refuses to let us train. Junya and I have discussed it, and we both think that he's being possessed by an evil spirit. So we've asked the shrine maidens from the Grand Narukami Shrine to perform an exorcism. But if I'm honest, I still have my doubts over whether he'll completely recover.
The Grand Narukami Shrine? What's that?
You haven't heard of it? It's the largest shrine on Narukami Island. The head shrine maiden is reputed to have very close ties with the almighty Shogun herself. Not that we'd have any means of involving the head shrine maiden, of course. But even one of the ordinary shrine maidens from the Grand Narukami Shrine would have clear power and authority to perform an exorcism. So don't worry, Nanako. Sensei is going to be just fine. The exorcism will take place this evening. You're both more than welcome to come and watch if you're interested.
So, losing your vision can cause possession? Guess we should come back this evening and see for ourselves.
Gachapón, ¿qué gachapón? Logros. A su madre. Mucho tarde. Bueno, 18.
Shh. So you decided to come. It's a good thing you didn't arrive any earlier. You would have had to witness Sensei in one of his fits of madness. Just now, when Nanako was attending to him, when she asked him who the people were, he suddenly looked panic-stricken and pushed her away. It looked like he was in great distress. He was covering his ears and looking frantically around him with bloodshot eyes. All the while he kept calling those names. Some of them we knew, others we didn't recognize. But they all seemed to be the names of sword masters he had defeated in the past. One of them was Anzai. He used to be a fellow disciple of Sensei's. His senior, in fact. But Sensei defeated him in a duel many years ago. And he has been a wanderer ever since. Sensei wouldn't stop calling his name. Thankfully, the Shrine Maidens managed to subdue him, so the exorcism can finally continue. The ritual has now begun. All we can do is patiently await the result. Here's hoping Sensei will be back to his normal self very soon. Please, excuse me for a moment while I fetch some water. If he wakes up, he is sure to be thirsty.
Uh-oh. Could they be here to mess up the exorcism? We won't let them get away with it. Come on, let's go after them. Seems they aren't here. Should we keep going further up?
Está arriba, ¿cómo ves, pero? Ya sé.
Crumble!
further up.
Ay, pensé que era el último. Tengo un 3.
How did you catch up with me so quickly? Are you sure you're Dolmon's disciples? You move even quicker than he does. Unless... I guess it's been a few years. Maybe his skills have improved again.
Excuse me? We're the ones asking the questions here. First off, who are you? And what are you doing sneaking around these parts? You seem like bad news, mister.
Bad news? I'll have you know I trained side by side with Domon back in the day, long before you ever showed up. I don't care to talk about that time anymore. But if you must know, I am Domon's senior.
His senior? Wait, that means you must be...
Anzai? Yes, that's me. Because I don't wish to see Domon or anyone else associated with him ever again. When we were young, we trained under the same swordmaster, studying Meikyo Shisui art together. I had begun training 5 years before him, and everyone looked up to me as a steady and dependable older disciple. Practitioners of Meikyo Shisui art seek to achieve stillness of mind, freedom from all agitation. So the majority of disciples are indifferent to rank and reward. I was no exception. But Domon was different. The first thing he did when he joined was go straight to our sensei and ask him, with a beaming smile on his face, how to become the best in the world. Sensei scolded him and told him that the art of the sword should not be used for such vain ends. Sensei said that coveting the title of the best swordmaster, barely days into his training, showed that he had a fickle mind, and that this would impede him from ever mastering the blade. I thought so too at the time, but Domon began making swift progress in his training, and even started catching up with me. Only then did I realize that it was Domon who had long since freed his mind from all agitation. He was consumed by his singular desire to become the best in the world. He sought nothing less than perfection in the art of the sword, and nothing could deter him from this goal, no matter what stood in his way.
Sure sounds like he meant business. So how come you don't want to ever see him again?
Because until he arrived, I was convinced that I would succeed our sensei as the master of Meikyo Shisui art. Of all the disciples, I was the most gifted. I had trained the longest. Everyone had high expectations from me. Domon's arrival changed everything. When we sparred, I lost not just the match, but my pride and my status too. I fled the dojo that day and never looked back. Later, I heard that he sparred with Sensei too. Sensei was advanced in years by then, and unfortunately, that match used up every last ounce of energy in his body. After that, I wanted nothing further to do with him. Deep down, though, I still respected his mastery of the blade, and his commitment to the art of the sword. So, when I heard rumors that he had lost his mind, my first reaction was to dismiss them as false. How could he, of all people, have lost his mind? His mind was the sharpest of them all. He had practiced Meikyo Shisui art to perfection. I decided to quietly come and see if it were true. Then, to my complete astonishment, I heard him call my name. I thought mine was a name he had long since forgotten. So you see, I came here not to cause him any harm,
I just wanted to see for myself. Okay, you've heard my story. You should get back now. The exorcism is probably finishing.
Seems like we got it wrong this time. He wasn't here to mess up the exorcism at all. Still, Paimon's not sure we should bring him back with us. Let's go see how the exorcism's coming along.
Bueno. Dime que yo te perro. Ay.
What? You're saying he isn't possessed? Does that mean he's just lost his mind? But how is that possible? No, I refuse to believe it. Something's clearly wrong.
Uy, chisme.
Nanako, please. Try not to get agitated.
I am sorry. With what powers I have, I can find no sign of any malignant spirit having possessed Domon. But spirit and all is...
Lady...
The head shrine...
Correct. I am unable to say for certain...
Excuse me, Miss...
That won't be necessary. I must leave now. But we will meet soon at the...
Who'd have thought Lady Yai
Do you mean to say that...
No, that's not what I meant at all. You meant... I just mean... Anyway, you should... Given that you've traveled all this way just to meet...
Sure! Who knows?
A ver. Ay, no estás malo. No seas malo, huevón. Ya. Subo aquí. Ya, aquí. Subo aquí. Aquí. Ya. Así va a ser el plan. Entonces, ¿y qué es esto? Aquí. Oh. Interesante. Ahora me fui. Ya, el plan va a ser así. Ya, a ver. Voy aquí. Y después subo. No. Ay, sube. Ay, ahorita 20. Oh, no. A ver. Vámonos. Deja abajo. Deja al diablo. Ay, que me... A ver, lo pasamos de plan. Ay. El plan dice que eso va recto.
quake!
Llegué. A ver, preguntes, ¿dónde voy? A ver, no sabes cuánto te odio. Jugué tanto Sonic de Headshot que ya sé cómo es la dinámica. El rey de Morax. El que no tiene ninguna mora. Ay, y si me caigo. ¿Qué nos falta? Si sale 20 me lo compro. No sé cuánto, pero voy a gastar un montón.
Feeling a little off.
He bajado más, creo, a ver. ¿Sabes qué? Ah, no, sí he bajado más. ¿Dónde está? Era para comer esto. Buena review de Songli. Listo, curado. ¿Cómo bajó tanto? Bueno, no importa, esta vez sí llego. ¡Ay, ese pendejo! No jodas, pero... Ah. La fuerte. ¿Qué dice el grupo? Me pueden matar. Ginger ale. Esto TP. Vamos a subir. Ay, por fin. Aquí está, Miku.
I wish my sister could play hide and seek with me.
Ah, Riku.
Solidify!
What? Another bad one? No, let me try again.
A ver. A ver. Ya, no importa. Hoy está bonito, pero mucho tarde, ¿no, bro?
Do you think that's Lady Yai? Oh, no wonder Junior is so excited. She has a really striking presence. Also, is it just Paimon? Or did she look right at us just now? It was probably nothing. It's not like she's ever seen us before.
Keep away. Keep away from me. I gave up the art of the sword. Please, let me go, I beg you.
As you can see, Lady Yai, Domon has persisted in this state for some time now. He appears to see those who have lost to him in duels past, gathered all around him to persecute him.
Lady Yai, it must be a possession, right? This is nothing like him at all. In the past, no matter what came his...
I'm sorry. It is clear to me that your sensei is not possessed by any evil spirit.
But...
Yes. This is a change in the person himself. Unable to cope with the tremendous pressure as one who... As for what has
stripped of him...
Your school practices Meikyo Shisui art does... Stillness of mind... There was once... Then...
Lady Yai,
It requires one to take only a deep... When that ambition...
Poor sensei.
I'm sorry, Father.
That's enough.
Huh? Isn't that Ansai? Where did he come from? Did he follow us the whole way here?
Ansai, why are there two of you? Is that you or a ghost? You're here for revenge, aren't you?
You're right to it. It's been so long. I don't think... Now I know, but that is no...
But what if one day I put everything I had into trying to be... If there's a chance they'll end up like me one...
Have you asked them what they think?
Sensei, after you rescued me from the I can't know. I want to keep...
Nanako's far from the only one. Actually, all of us think that way.
Goodness. Well,
You see? You can place the ambition you once had in their hands. Being stripped of your ambition is something that's never happened to me. So I can't So, you are not a...
I'm sorry to have... I no longer have... But as yours... This is my promise.
You can count on... But... Well...
So even though his ambition was taken away...
Traveler, a moment, please. Lady Yai...
So... The wind for us to meet now is premature. Nevertheless, you set foot on these islands at precisely the right moment. I have high hopes for you, child.
Ooh, Lady pretty eye seems to have taken a real interest in you. She seems super mysterious. Paimon's so curious what she really meant by all that.
Ni idea. Solo quiero
We can...
dominar. ¿Dónde está? Pero primero, aprovechando que tengo aquí, acá, y acá por si acaso. No voy a dejar ninguno de mis personajes, así que agregaré los dos que recuperan. Vas a ver. Ahora estoy viendo.
Rain! I hate rain. Let's go inside. I'm not scared of water. I just hate it when my clothes get wet.
Uy, se salvó.
Rise!
Encontré algo muy peculiar. Se cruzó. Ya que me planeé voy a la misión mejor. De madreo a mi gato.
Let's go bask in the... Aterrizaje profesional. Y puede ser una trampa. ¿Quién sabe que podría ser una trampa? Oh, Ayaka! Guess who fulfilled all your wishes? Huh? Ayaka!
Huh?
El escudo.
Traveler, Paimon. It is a pleasure to finally meet you both face to face. I have heard all about how you helped our three friends. My sincerest thanks to you.
En realidad no ayudamos.
Yeah. Short of getting them their visions back, it seems like there's no way to Ayaka, how come this time you get to come out and meet us in person?
Because now that you have done the three things I asked of you, I consider you to be my friends. As you will observe, I dispense with the screen for Toma also.
Mm-hmm.
Wait a second. But isn't Toma your, servant? Paimon's happy to help and all, but Paimon sure as heck—
Oh.
Oh. Okay then. Ayaka, you seem pretty different out in the open.
Thank you both kindly. Back to the matter at hand. You have now witnessed the pain of those deprived of their visions. What are your feelings on what you have seen? Perhaps in the eyes of a deity such as the thunder's roar, but I believe that surely you— It seems that perhaps now you can appreciate— You will? Really? Naturally.
All right, bravo, my lady. You were right all along.
See? Now then, given that the remainder of our discussion—
Well, here we are again.
Please continue.
So, what's the deal with this place anyway? What makes it your favorite meeting spot?
This is land that was gifted to the Yashio Commission by the Shogun. The Kamisato clan has the exclusive right to plan, build, and repair any property on this land, and even to allow or deny access. Such privileges exist due to the Yashio Commission's role in managing ceremonial affairs. Oftentimes, it is not appropriate to discuss details in front of bystanders.
Oh, Paimon gets it! Got it.
Once the number of—
Makes sense.
In any case, the almighty Shogun. She inspires awe. It was her almost complete lack of any emotion. In that sense, she appeared to me to be less of a ruler and more of, well, an executive official, I suppose. Focused. The issue is this. For the vast majority of people, the Vision Hunt Decree is something that has no implications. After all, it is but a tiny minority of people who receive visions. Moreover, it is not unknown for visions to spark jealousy in others. Because of this, the attitude of most people towards the Vision Hunt Decree is one of indifference.
How can they be like—
Nevertheless—
Resistance?
Yes. Many, to say a little, but I do want— Of course. They invariably— It almost makes—
Ooh, Paimon has a question.
Oh? What would you like to know, Paimon?
Have you got a plan yet to fight the Vision Hunter?
To be honest, we do not.
What?
Please.
So what are we gonna do?
Well, for the moment, all we can do is try and reduce the harm that is being caused by this decree. For example, by providing vision bearers with safe refuge, or manufacturing counterfeit visions for them as a contingency measure.
You're telling Paimon that there are people out there who can make fake visions?
Don't underestimate the talents of the craftspeople in Hanamizaka. To the naked eye, their counterfeits are indistinguishable from the genuine article. The problem we are facing right now is that Master Masakatsu—
Darn!
Yes. We knew it was not a long-term solution, and that it was only a matter of time before it would be— Exactly. I feel the same way. When you are ready.
de la salida. Ay, let's show. Qué perdito más.
Hey, all finished.
Ay, no está mal.
Solidify!
Ya, qué omisión. Speedrun. Rápido, buenísimo. ¿Qué camino? ¿Qué? A ver. No, es una foto, sale muy bien. ¿No ves? Ah, corazón. Cualquier misión de los arcontes. Ay, me olvidé. qué. ¿Dónde está? Y aquí va, listo. ¿Quién más? Samlipe. Mejorar cuenta de la historia. Porque viejo este conchito.
Just hand it over. You don't. If you think, believe me.
So this is the Vision Hunt Decree in action, huh? We can't just sit around and watch things. Psst. Huh? There's someone trying to get our attention. Come on, this way.
Espera, ahí anda el Liu,
What's going on? Can't you see we need to go help? Shh, quiet. Just sit tight and watch for a moment. Hey, this isn't right, you know. Just because you don't have a vision doesn't mean you can sit back and watch others in trouble. Huh? Hey, wait! You do have a vision! Shh! If you don't keep your voice down, I won't have one much longer.
All right. Here, take it.
Wise choice. All right, let's go.
What should we do now? This is your fault. You're the one who stepped.
Many thanks, Miss Yoimiya. If you hadn't swapped me a fake just now, I'm sure I would have lost it.
No worries. You put on quite the convincing performance. Oh, so that's what's going on here. And to think, think nothing of it. I could tell from your reaction we were on the same side. You just didn't know it, you know? Oh, right. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Yoimiya, the current owner of Naganohara Fireworks. It ain't much, but it's honest work. Great to meet ya.
Practically everyone on Hanamizaku.
Whoa, that... Stop it, Hanjiro. You'll embarrass me. As for thanking me, you'd be better off thanking Master Masakatsu. He's the one that gave me the fake visions in the first place. His handiwork allowed me to keep my own vision. Whew.
Yes, Master Masakatsu is a good man.
Master Masakatsu? Huh? Do you guys know him too? You don't say, but if... So, what about if I join? Sure, welcome to the team. Ayaka told us. So, whoa, not bad, huh? Time to break.
Go ahead.
Shogun must have her reasons.
Viene a luchar con alguien, no sé con quién, pero viene a luchar. Elígete policía. Entrada. Va a ser fácil. Le das soporte. Qué bonito.
imagined.
Come on, this way. As long as we stay quiet, we've got a good chance. I certainly wouldn't want to end up locked away in here. Let's find Master Masakatsu and get out of here. We should split up. I've got a little present to prepare for Master Masakatsu. I'll be right back.
You sure?
Yes,
Nueva misión. Uy. Adiós.
Windblade!
Lo estaba matando.
Talk about a big door! It seems we need to collect something shaped like Magatama in order to open it.
Stabilize! Show me what you've got!
I must withdraw.
Allow me. You strike first! Show me what you've got! I dare you! I need to train harder.
Who goes there?
Gather!
Uy.
This wall looks a bit odd. Maybe there's some special trick to it. These guys seem a lot tougher than usual. Paimon wonders if that armor over there has anything to do with the source of their strength.
Windblade!
Vámonos. Muere. Hombre, ayuda.
Stabilize! Brace yourself.
Get them!
Teamwork is dreamwork! Can't handle your dreams!
With the wind!
Watch us! Don't hold back! Bested!
¿Qué está pasando?
I'll spare nothing! I need to train harder.
Aquí.
Solidify!
Una escalera. Me llevo esta escalera. Uy. Excelente, ese es un buen personaje. No sé si se puede activar. ¿Qué va a salir? A ver. Ya va a entrar de una y matar de una a todos. Ya hay que daño, weón.
Quake!
Now that we're inside, this place is...
Come on, this way. I certainly... We should...
Yes,
Ya maté todo bien, todo.
Windblade! Disappear!
in order to open it.
Windblade! With the wind!
I dare!
I must withdraw.
Show me what you've got!
This is not the end.
Stabilize! Gather! I need to train harder. Stabilize! Who goes there? Solidify! I've lost.
This wall looks a bit odd. Maybe there's some special trick to it. These guys seem a lot tougher than usual. Paimon wonders if that armor over there has anything to do with the source of their strength.
Gather!
I must withdraw.
Solidify! Who goes there? Soldiers! Quick!
Special!
Show me what you've got! Allow me to strike first! Gather! Order guide you! Take this! Watch your step!
Withdraw.
Show me what you've got back! Stabilize! I dare you! Show me what you've got! Solidify! I will have order! I've been bested. I need to train harder.
Doesn't that Maga Tama shape look pretty similar to the grooves on the door over there?
Ese sangre se salía todo esto.
Teach me a lesson. Show me what you've got. Order guide you. Stabilize. Show me what you've got.
Huh? Everybody stand back!
Don't hold back. This is order. I must. Show me what you've got. Gather. Show me what you've got. Bested. I need to train harder. Stabilize.
Se papea todo. ¿En serio?
Solidify.
¿No murió? Ah, no importa. Lo acabo de matar. Buena calidad, vale. Bueno, no importa.
Gather. Solidify.
Look over there. That must be Master Masakatsu.
Did you really... Locking you up was just the
Oh no! Those Tenryou Commission brutes are torturing him!
If we don't come up with a way to break him out fast, then... Huh? Yoimiya, when did you get back here?
I can't bear to watch. If anything happens to Master Masakatsu, our whole plan will have been for nothing.
Hey, you there! What are you doing?
Ah, ma'am. We were just teaching him a little lesson, that's all.
Huh? Who's that?
That's Kujo Sara, adopted daughter of the Kujo clan of the Tenryo Commission. She's also a general in the Shogun's army. What's she doing here?
Okay.
Make way. Let me have a look at him. I'm sure you're well aware.
Yes, ma'am.
If you are unashamed of such disgraceful action, then you are also unworthy of the Tenryo Commission itself. Do I make myself...
Yes, ma'am.
Oh. Hey, this Yoimiya.
Who is that? Quick, go and investigate.
Yes, ma'am.
No seas
They're
malo.
coming! Quick, hide!
No seas malo, no.
Sorry. Don't worry, I've got us covered. Time for my little present.
Fireworks?
Huh? Was that an explosion?
It sounded like fireworks.
Quick, let's hurry!
The fire...
Fireworks aren't just for festivals, you know.
Yoimiya, this is turning into a bit of a fireworks display.
Well, fireworks are my craft after all. Every batch has to be spectacular.
Look, the coast is clear.
Ya. El Lister está muerto. Rápido. No, viejo estudio. Viejo.
Yoimiya, is that you?
Tatsu! Sorry we took so long.
Come on!
Ay, no.
Oh.
Esto...
Yes. Leave. Before I let my judgment get the better of me. He's in serious condition. Be sure he gets immediate medical attention. But remember, once he's recovered, it won't be long until I bring him right back.
Well... you can bet we'll do all we can to keep that from happening.
Leave this place.
Ay, dile gracias. Uy, grosero. ¿A dónde me quiero ir? Esta Sara lo batalla.
Gather!
Esta Sara. Quiero una batalla. Oh. Creo que ya veré cómo funciona. Ya me voy.
Phew. We're finally out of that creepy place.
Yes. Fuck.
Master Masakatsu.
Don't worry.
Thank you. Don't worry about us. Just take care of Master
La
Masakatsu.
aventura de sangre. Poquita ya se murió. Oh yeah.
Good thing we were able to rescue him. Right, Kujosara. Do you think she was making up for how the guards were treating him? It seems as though there are some okay people among the ranks of the Tenryou Commission. Though Paimon would never agree with their actions in the Vision Hunt Decree, of course. How about we go tell Ayaka and the others the good news?
Ahí me caí. Acá dejo. Aquí. Aquí es. ¿Qué es este lugar? Bueno, señores, acá dejo la aventura del halcón Tejeo. A ver cómo le cuento que Ita era muerto. Porque se ha muerto. Está vivo.
I see. So Kujo-Sara stayed her hand. It would appear she still has some honor to. I wonder if we should try establishing contact with her. Perhaps we could coax out some information.
Unlikely. Don't forget, Kujo-Sara is also carrying out the Vision Hunt Decree. She obeys the orders of the Raiden Shogun without question. In her eyes, Master Masakatsu is of no threat to the decree. This is why she was so willing to allow his escape. If our true motives were ever divulged, she would act against us without a second thought.
True. Though if you ask me, Master Masakatsu's release is an unexpected blessing. We are now one step closer to victory. And we couldn't have done it without Yoimiya and the Traveler. You're turning out to be even more reliable than we expected.
Indeed. But if we wish to mount any sizable resistance against the Vision Hunt Decree, there is still much to be done. It is time we make ready our next set of plans.
There's no need to rush, my lady. Things seem to have taken a turn for the better, at least. Not only have we rescued Master Masakatsu, but our list of allies appears to be growing. Yes, which reminds me. The Tenryou Commission seems to be making preparations for a celebration. They call it a ceremony of sorts. And the number of samurai out enforcing the Vision Hunt decree seems to be waning. The days ahead may be more peaceful than usual.
A ceremony, you say? Why would such a task be left to the Tenryou Commission?
I don't know, but I'm sure it has nothing to do with us. Anyway, with the Tenryou Commission busy with preparations, we should have a little more breathing room than usual.
You do present a good point. Being in a constant state of alert will only tire us further. Perhaps a period of rest is in order. Toma, what would you suggest?
I'd say a celebratory feast is in order. Might I suggest an evening of hot pot together? Funny enough, I learned a new hot pot game recently. I'm sure you'll find it quite amusing.
A hot pot game?
Simply put, then we take it in. Anyone who guessed, don't you think it's...
You really do it? Well, sounds like we've got our work cut out for us. Time to... Ooh! Paimon proposes we... This is already...
Oh, my stomach! It...
Who would have guessed?
Salt crust... hold up.
But weren't you the boiling cakes and hot pot?
I must have popped...
Uh-oh.
You know, Toma, all you had to do is...
Guess I've been perhaps I did. I think my luck... So without further...
Oh, brother.
Yes. And with the extra time...
Let's all take some much-needed time. Downtime is hard. I'll tidy things up.
There's gonna be a...
Sure, why not?
Bye, Tom.
Bueno, terminaré. Ya, misión completada. Ahora a matar al líder. ¿Dónde está? ¿Dónde está? ¿Dónde está? Ahí está. Ahí está. Okay.
Where do you want to go next?
Okay. ¿Qué son esos? Misión legendaria. La misión legendaria voy a hacer cuando es legendario.
If you'd like to see Liyue's tourist spots, I have a few...
Voy a hacer esto.
References.
Ahora si puedo hacer, te pedimos que sí, por favor. Completa encargo personal. No tengo ningún encargo ahora. Puedo teletransportar, por favor. Ya quiero destrozar al jefe. No tengo ningún encargo. Ahí, pronto.
Where do we go from here? What's the plan?
Traveler, Paimon, hold on.
¿Qué pasó?
Huh? Ayaka?
Something has come up, and I would like to request your assistance. But you ought not be nervous. This is not coming from the Yashiro Commission or the Kamisato...
Individual request? You mean personal stuff?
Correct. It concerns my mother. This may seem a little sudden, but in my view, you are the only person I can entrust this to. A few days ago, I was sorting through some old family belongings when I found a notebook that belonged to my mother. She wrote about all kinds of things.
Probably your mom's best buddy, right?
Never. So, according to...
Paimon thinks it sounds like a girl's...
That's what I thought.
So what do you want? Do you need us?
No. Please keep everything... The proper course of action would be to involve my brother and visit her together. Exactly.
You can count on...
Wonderful.
Oh, we don't mind. We don't mind at all.
Thank you kindly.
Alright, sounds great.
Otra olla. Así puedo luchar con él. Ya no quiero TP de este. Mucho tarde. Me voy aquí. Ahí está. Thank you. Ahora. Ya se te cargó el payaso. ¿Dónde está?
Stabilize! Gather!
Está bien con un transporte. Pero es un Tower Fantasy que creo los vehículos.
Solidify! Gather! Stabilize! Gather! I will have order. Solidify! Gather! Solidify! Gather!
Look at you, Boomtown.
I'm going in! Windblade!
Solidify!
Disappear!
Stabilize! Order guide you. Solidify! Stabilize! Solidify! Gather!
Get out of here! Off we go!
Solidify!
Defensa, ataque, ataque. Uy, ese tiene un montón de cosas. Bueno.